Everyone, it's Krista here to do your Valentine's week reading. This is for February 14th, 2018. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to be asking a direct question, doing a 9-card spread today. And the question today is, how can Virgo bring more romance into their lives? So we do have the moon moving through Aquarius on Valentine's Day. Aquarius is an air sign. It's also a fixed sign. So anything decided on or realized at this time could be permanent. But it's also having something to do with mental or psychological energies, and of course it has to do with the love of humanity, brotherhood, sisterhood, that type of thing. So you could be feeling that your romance includes a lot. Your romance includes a very strong friendship this time around, or at least this year if you're partnered up. So we're asking for Virgo, how can you bring more romance into your life? Let's get started. We're looking for single cards. We're looking for single jumpers, 9 each. So that's, as you can see, way too many and kind of floppy. If we're around the 2-minute mark, Virgo, and we don't have enough jumpers, I will pull from the center of the deck in the interest of time. So how does Virgo inject more romance into their lives? That's, wow, way too many. How can Virgo inject, thank you, more romance into their lives? Virgo bring more romance into their lives? And of course, this is for couples and singles. I'll be reviewing the interpretation for each card and its position for both of those statuses. So as I suspected, we are at the 2-minute mark, so I am going to pull from the center of the deck for you. I know you're busy, and gosh knows I seem to be running out of time at an incredible rate. I don't know why. I always feel like I'm really good at time management, and then I'm like, what? Where did the time go? I think I just try to do a lot in a short amount of time, and you probably are similar, Virgo. So let's look at your past. The dragonfly, this is illusion. This is something you've already left behind, okay? So illusion is in the past. You already know what you don't want. You know what's not going to work for you. Even if illusion was a type of fantasy for you, that fantasy didn't even work for you. So this is now in your past. Something that was an illusion that wasn't in your best interest is now in your past. So you can safely say that that's over. And the beautiful thing about that is that you've identified it and you don't have to repeat it. Your present is beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the deck, and this is innocence. Your present is innocent. You are looking, if you have been heartbroken before and you're single, for example, Virgo, you are not bitter. And that's a beautiful thing to admit. You're not bitter. You know it still exists. You know there's someone for you. You know that this is special and it shouldn't be given up on in terms of romance. But stay innocent, okay? Start at the start. Romance is not the same as sex, okay? Sex is not the same as love, okay? So I'm separating romance from both of those themes right now. Of course, they can be included in love and sex, but we're looking strictly at romance, right? Sensuality, getting to know somebody, flirting, this kind of stuff, okay? This is stuff that's reserved strictly for that special someone. So this is what we're looking at here. Being able to be innocent, or finding innocence, or being the first at something, or being new at something, really romantic. Whether or not you are single or in a couple, frankly, you could be learning something about your partner that you hadn't before, if that's the case here as well. Here in your immediate future is the owl. This is deception. This is really kind of a misnomer, especially for this reading right now. So I'll just state that there is a great deal of psychic energy going on here. Either your partner, if you are coupled, either your partner has a great deal of psychic energy for you or about you, or vice versa, or it's mutual. You're not going to want to play with this. Just if you feel psychic energy about your partner, just deal with it and trust yourself that it's real. If you feel like someone has psychic energy about you, don't test it. This is not a time to test this. It's a really nice time to talk about what you think is going on, though, okay? You don't want to stay in the mind. Remember, this is a time to express your thoughts, express yourself, okay, verbally, because this is an intellectual exercise with the moon going through Aquarius, as I mentioned at the beginning. So we're looking at intellectual or psychological output right now because it's sitting in an emotional planet. So this could be the way that you express yourself, but let yourself express this, right? Especially if you have any concerns, like I feel like this is happening. Can we talk about it? Get it off your plate, get it out in the open, so that this doesn't have any room to fester. If you are single, for example, just make sure that someone isn't trying to pull the wool over your eyes if you're beginning to date, or if you're just beginning to learn about someone in a romantic atmosphere. Just make sure that if you do have questions or concerns, at every phase of that dating life for you, be really upfront and really blunt about it, okay? And that way you don't have to carry any anxiety or worry here. Here in your foundation is self-esteem. Gorgeous to see this for you here. You are able to get through levels of deception, levels of putting an illusion behind you, starting out innocently here because of your self-esteem. So this is very strong. You do have to have a strong self-esteem as a foundation in order for you to enjoy romance or invite it into your life or to develop it. And again, this applies to singles or couples. Here with your crowning or outside influence is the mountain lion. This is really fun just because this is leadership. If you're a couple, for example, you could have to take the lead, and that could be extremely romantic to your partner. Again, we're not talking about sex or the act of sex, okay? Or sex acts, rather. We're talking about romance, flirting, flowers, little gifts, little notes, something that's special, something for someone. Even something is innocent and sweet and romantic but intentional as making a little scroll of something that you hand wrote for someone and putting a little bow around it and leaving them in their pocket or something. Like taking the lead in romance. And if someone does this for you, consider them a very romantic person. Here in your unexpected position is giveaway. It's just a really nice thing for us to give up on expectations. This is how I'm going to read this here during this query. If you have, I wouldn't say undue expectations, but if you have, say, too quick or too profound or even unspoken expectations, give that other person, if you're dating Virgo, give that other person the chance to follow through with what you expect from them by telling them. Be really bold. Take the lead. Just say it. Just say what's on your mind. You don't have to be brisk. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be wanting too much. And if they suggest that you are, take a step back, because that person doesn't understand where you're coming from. You're just trying to understand where things are situated romantically. And someone may be giving up on, or giving away rather, high or unrealistic expectations of you. A really nice time to have a conversation, essentially, whether you're partnered or not. If you are partnered, have that conversation this week. Give up the ghost. Give up the unrealistic expectations. Give up any, negative or past energy that keeps coming up, say, in arguments or even this time of the year, and let it go. Make a vow to let it go once and for all. And if you're single, you're going to want to give up maybe feeling like it'll never happen, that type of thing, or feeling low about something. Again, I don't see bitterness here, but you want to give up, say, even your ex, okay? Here with your secret power is grace. This is gorgeous. We have grace and innocence for you, followed by joy and gentleness. So I just see a beautiful, smooth, glorious future ahead for you romantically, Virgo. But what I'm seeing here very specifically is having direct communication. You want to be really open and honest and fair. You want to first and foremost learn what it is you want and desire and expect, right? And then have that conversation with someone in a gentle and kind and in a comforting way, non-confrontational. Here with your wish card is joy. Well, I don't blame you. In life and in romance, of course, we want joy. So this could be provided to you. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for this. Keep your heart open to this. Someone could be wanting to provide this to you. A secret lover, for example, someone that you're interested in and just getting to know. Even if you are unattached right now, it could be that when you fantasize about your perfect lover, joy is what you really want to feel. You want to feel as though the romance is its own kind of entity, and I can't blame you. It really should be, and there's no reason it can't. So it's another good reason to be really clear about what it is you want and expect from your partner. And if you are coupled, this could be provided to you as a wish. Just make it clear that this is what you really desire from your partner. And here with your probable outcome is gentleness. Again, how gorgeous is this? Gentleness, innocence, joy, grace, like just stunning, right? Self-esteem. So nothing's tripping you up. I don't think you're going to be too upset by anything here. Just be gentle. Take your time is something that I'm going to suggest, whether you're coupled or not, right? If you're coupled, take your time through this phase. Take your time talking about something or getting to the root of something. Trust, right? You want to trust your partner at this time. Trust that they have your best interests at heart. They'll prove themselves one way or the other, but having a conversation will give them an opportunity to show their true colors. So you want to be gentle with yourself and gentle with your partner. If you are unattached or single or just interested in someone, whether or not they know about it, be gentle about the process. Be gentle about the romance. Maybe don't pour it on too thick at first or make it too obvious. Like, give the other person maybe a little bit of room to come to you, right? Or to flirt back, as it were. So we have power and time for a nap. So it could be a nice time for you to put unrealistic expectations to rest, for example, or to let something go. If you're coupled and you need to let go of something here and you're just tired of talking about it, for example, or there is no immediate resolution, let it go for the time being. Enjoy your romance this week. And with power, you can inject a lot of power and leadership into romance. So it looks like if your partner isn't taking the lead, feel free to do that. They might even appreciate it, and it might make things a little hotter, who knows. So my dear Virgos, I hope that you enjoyed this. This was so fun to read for you, and I appreciate each and every one of you for your patience and for your support. So stay tuned for upcoming readings and astrology. We do have an astrology series coming up, and of course I keep promising those face-to-face videos, so those are in the near future as well. Have a beautiful and romantic Valentine's week. Bye for now.